almost 3. I want to get this out today for you. Detroit, no injuries. Looks good. Here, look what the minutes look like. Cade at 36. Deep Detroit team. Going to play everybody. Looks good. Not a lot to look into here. Peyton Pritchard is questionable for Boston. He's a big minute guy, 32. If he can't go with this, with his neck spasms that he's suffering from, who do you look for? Well, Pritchard hasn't missed a game, so we look a little deeper, and we'll see that with him off the floor. Jaylen Brown, obviously a big usage guy to begin with, but he's at almost 36. That's hard to avoid. Derek White steps his offenses up 27, or 27, excuse me. Simons up to 25. Interesting play there. You can see the difference per 36, so it's Amari Williams doesn't have a card, but Derek White, maybe a little more Hugo Gonzalez, definitely some more Simons, Jordan Walsh, and Jaylen Brown. That huge usage number actually goes down a little bit without Pritchard on the floor, so his usage is giant regardless of who's playing. Toronto, Barrett's still out. Minutes going to look like this. 37 for Ingram and Barnes. 32 for Quickly. He's back. Ochai gets another start. At least they think he is. But this team plays 9 or 10 guys. Should be a pretty normal rotation for Toronto tonight. For the Heat, Larson is out. That's the main one. You're going to see them probably go 10 deep as well with their high pace. Maybe Jovic hits the floor for the first time in a while. Seems like he's not playing at all right now. Kind of crazy how far he's fallen. The starter's all over 30 minutes, though. Look for the Heat to have a pretty normal rotation tonight. Dallas, we're still waiting on news about Davis and Gafford, Brandon Williams. So we got some minutes to go around if any of those guys sit. Davis, obviously the main one. Let's take a look at him. Now, he's missed quite a few games already this year, so we have a pretty good idea what they like to do without him. Normally it is more Gafford. They may see more minutes. Don't believe he has any cards. Kelly certainly doesn't. But Gafford and Williams were the biggest minute increases for the regular players. Well, Davis was out, and of course they're both questionable. So we go further down the list to Caleb Martin, D'Angelo Russell. We may see some of these deeper bench guys get in the game. And production-wise, it was Gafford. So Davis can't go, and Gafford does. May get a decent game out of Gafford tonight. Nothing else really moving too much. Davis off the floor, D'Angelo Russell, big usage here. Actually, the leader on the team. Brandon Williams, the biggest increase when Davis is off the floor. I don't know how much we can really glean from any of this. Did go through shoot around, so good sign for Davis to play tonight. Tari Eason's up to questionable, still without Finney. Oh, I skipped the Jazz. Overlooked. All right, Nurkic is out tonight, so you can expect Flip to move into the starting lineup, get 31 minutes. Kevin Love played really well last game, so he's back in the rotation here. They're thinking he's going to get 20. That's a lot for Kevin Love. But this Utah team, 10 deep, 10 guys you can actually play. Just a rest game for Nurkic. Last time he was out, Filipowski played 31 minutes and scored 37 points. So I think this is a good opportunity for Filipowski. Keontae George scored more without Nurkic on the floor. Biggest jumps, Kevin Love. Taylor Hendricks, interesting. Don't know that he's even projected for any minutes. George and Markkanen, obviously this team in usage all the time. So again, I think if Love is definitely in the rotation, I think he's somebody you might want to consider. Filipowski for sure. Moving over to Houston, pretty normal rotation for them. Tari Eason may or may not play. If he doesn't play, maybe a couple more minutes for Shepard, Okogie, Holiday. They just run different sets of lineups without him. For the Nuggets, you got Strother up to questionable. He's been up for a while. Brown and Gordon continued to miss. Big minutes for Jokic and Murray and Cam Johnson. Pretty normal rotation here for the Nuggets, though. It looks like about 9 deep. And Memphis going to be without Edey again. Brandon Clark up to doubtful, but still out. Jerome, Conchar, Pippen, Small. Okay, so John Morant back. Here's what I got for minutes for Memphis. 9 deep. Morant looks like he's still on a bit of a minute restriction here at 28. Coward's been playing well. Jock Landale getting big minutes with Edey out. And in the games Edey has missed, well, that's a small sample. 1 game and he had 6 points, but he's normally a better scorer. Jock Landale, the main beneficiary here. But we knew that. And the Clippers, we just talked about this in the Discord. If Harden were to miss, I think you're seeing more Chris Dunn at the point. You may even see a guy like Jordan Miller come off the bench and play a little bit. Probably doesn't increase minutes for Bogey. He's probably still in that mid-20s. John Collins' usage goes up a little bit. Kawhi's usage is huge at 34.5. Zubats, I feel like, is going to get his points and his rebounds regardless. He gets about 40 so rare points pretty much every night, and I think that's right about where his L10 is. So I don't know how much you can increase his production with Harden out, but maybe a little bit. And then Batum also questionable. I think that really moves the needle too much. Maybe a couple extra minutes for some of these bench guys. May get Cam Christie in the game as well. All right, and that's the games for today. Obviously, we have a week with tomorrow's game being tomorrow's just one game again with the championship of the Emirates Cup, and then we go back to regular season play. Wednesday there are a few games, and Thursday I think almost the whole league plays. So Should be a fun to the week. Thanks for watching. Good luck.